Welcome to another FPS Revisited. This time it's FPS 1 by request, so if you want to watch that, link down below, spoiler alert. If not, here we go. So, we're playing a game of Total Defense scenario game. The object that we have is we are defending. Now, we've gotten to the back end of the field. That pink line is actually the boundary. We can't cross that because that's where the other team is reinserting. So, the idea that we just gotten a radio transmission from one of our teammates saying where the other team was. So all we have to do is flank around the back, come around behind them, start shooting people up.
They're right hitting if you come up from behind.
That's what we're doing.
That annoyed me. That still annoys me. Dead players do not talk. One dead player can swing a game, honestly. The thing is, though, he wasn't telling us anything we didn't already know. So that was one of those, okay, we'll just ignore it, keep going, but still. Alright, take a look down at the gun over here. You can see that I got a blue band on my battery pack. That was intentional. Going in, I knew that they said we didn't have to have the armband on our arm. So a lot of people had it on the hopper. I put it on the battery pack, and that was very intentional. I ripped the tails off to make it as small as possible, but I'll get to why in just a second.
Hell yeah.
Now, that was a teammate who flanked with me saying, shall we walk in on them? Now, I realized that shooting people would not be good because there's not a lot of cover, and I might get one, maybe two, and then they'll all just turn and light me up. So this is where that little play where the armband in comes in. What I did is my hand on the battery pack, I walked like I was just on patrol, and just walked up right behind them. Now, they said they saw me, but the thing is that they figured out he's walking up behind us, he's looking all casual, he's not pointing a gun at us, he must be on our team, which led to this.
Barrel tag, please walk away quietly so I don't have to shoot you.
Alright.
Barrel tag, please walk away quietly so I don't have to shoot you.
This guy said he actually thought about it until he felt the barrel on his back, right in his kidney. Yeah. So, very cool. A lot of things happen here very fast, so that's why I'm doing the slow-mo. My teammates just off to the left of camera start shooting at the red team, and that's when I realized that, okay, we got to go loud, start taking off targets that are high threat, which is first off this guy. I get him before he turns around, I got him. Switch targets to the second guy, who I've had his entire side exposed to me, and he bounced a couple off of me, but I got him first, which was cool. Check myself, I'm good. Now, when I come back up, the lens is fogged over because we're playing in rain, but way off in the distance is a big group of guys out there. So I just figure I'm going to shoot and just make them scatter. And my idea is I just want to stop the offensive. And this worked because they scattered, they got confused, they didn't know what was going on, and it basically stopped what was going on. It stopped them. It worked.
I'm shooting the guy behind you!
I'm shooting at somebody way over in the back over there, and I found this tendency people do, is you shoot one guy.
Yes, sir! I need to reload!
You shoot one guy, and then he'll block shots for a second guy, and then get all mad at you for overshooting him. Yeah, you can see there the armband on the gun, and that's my teammate in the weeds diving in. So we've got backup, and at this point it's like, okay, mission accomplished. I don't care. They had, the rules were that for every live player, if you could go the entire time without getting shot, you got points for your team. But I figured, screw it. You know, I'd much rather achieve the mission than to sit and cower for the entire time. Seriously. And yeah, so walking off, it's like, yeah, okay, we got this one. So find one of my other dead players, and
Hey! We weren't fast enough, sorry.
he was a dead player. So I'm going to show you some footage that also took place there. I'm not going to comment on it, but I do want to give you the takeaway from this. Now, like I said, I put my armband onto the battery pack, knowing full well that they said, hey, you can have the armband anywhere you want, but you have to have the armband on you. So I did it in such a way that if this situation did crop up, I could do what I did. So I didn't go there looking to do that move specifically, but it was a moment of opportunity, if you will. So that's why I tore the tape as short as I possibly could, so that it was still long enough that if I ran into a teammate, I could show it to them from distance, but it wouldn't give my position away. Now, the funny thing is, the next time I went to one of their games, they specifically said you have to have the armband on your left arm in a specific location. I was like, okay, that's fine, you know. But the takeaway from this is pay attention to the rules. You know, a lot of people would say, oh, that's underhanded, that's nasty, that's almost cheating. Well, it's not almost cheating. The other team will have more than enough players who will be more than happy to push the rules just as much as that, if not further. So paying attention to the rules, always a good thing. And being sneaky is not illegal. That's all I'm going to say. And I could show you other videos on that too. Although, speaking of which, we're going to call this one at that, so thank you guys very much for watching. If there's a specific FPS video you'd also like me to revisit, or kind of a scene from one of the videos, comment down below, send me a private message, go on to Facebook, let me know, and I will see what I can do for you guys. So until then, we'll call this one. Good night, everybody.